Hey guys, welcome back to not flying in space with Planet Head. Um, why is this light not on? Is that better? Does that turn on? Is that better? That's better. Um, I should just pause the screen and start the video over again, but why would I ever do that? Um, sorry. So this is what I'm stuck with. I am in my second hotel room of the day, in my second town of the day, and both hotel rooms have not allowed me to access Eve. Um, I think my mistake with this one was I am literally at the end of the hallway, the farthest possible reach away from probably where they're doing their internet access. I was able to get on a little bit earlier at a coffee shop, but even that connection was not too good. I am still on my trip. I have another 3, 4 days before I get back home. Um, and I'm a little bit frustrated. I was able to get on, and I know I'm not missing on any skill points, but I can't get anything done. I can't um, get anything going. So what I thought was, well, what can I do offline? Now, I was driving 4 or 5 hours today, and I also had a great day with my niece I haven't ever met, and we hung out for most of the day. Fantastic day, and I just wanted to come back to my hotel room and just zone out on Eve for a little while, and I couldn't do it. So then I thought, well, what else can you do? Well, the obvious thing is I can go play some Skyrim or some Fallout. Go, I play old games. I'm sorry. Long Dark, I could boot that up again, but I really don't feel like losing my life again for another month because I will do nothing but play the Long Dark as well as Eve. Um, Maybe I'll do that. Sorry. If you've never played the Long Dark, amazing game, and they're constantly updating it. That said, so those are the options. And then my thought was, well, what can you do in Eve that you can't do online? Now that obviously you can't play a whole lot, um, some options might be to um, play on your phone. If anybody has um, Eve, the online version, the phone version, I brain didn't function. You can play that, but it doesn't tie into your character. And this doesn't. I don't want to play Eve on my phone. I know a lot of people do. That's cool. I don't. No interest. Maybe if I had a tablet, but I bought 3 tablets in my life, and all 3 of them cracked within a week. So I'm never buying a tablet again. Um, so other than that, what else can I do? Well, one thing I can do, and something that I have meant to do for a long time, was clean things up. So what I thought I would do is go through some stuff. I started to do a little bit of reading, and I realized I have all of these sites that I don't know if they're up to date or not, or things like that. So what I thought I would do is go through all my old bookmarks and maybe try to clean a few things up, so that whenever I do get back on Eve, that it'll be a lot more clean. And maybe I'll come across some information that I had forgotten or haven't used in a while. Like I said, I came back to playing. A lot of these links I haven't used. I'm sure some of these sites are not up and running. So we're just going to go down like a little memory lane, I guess. And how I realized that was I was going through some of my stuff. And I remember I used to read back when I used to play Eve 24, Eve News 24. And then I remember seeing that a guy who was trying to create a new site like that called New Eden Post. So I'd saved both of those links, but I never really read them too much. So I started seeing if they were still active. Looks like they are. I didn't delve too much into them, but I thought this way, maybe I go through some of these links while I'm cleaning it up. I'll come across some stuff, and maybe there might be something that might be helpful to you as well. That said, um, last but not least, this is something. I don't know if you guys have ever done much with YouTube. I am not a deep diver in it. I'm not about trying to get more subscriptions. Hopefully, I've never asked you guys to subscribe, and to like doesn't really matter to me. The only reason I like those things is that it tells me I might be doing something well. If you've looked back at my old videos, I usually get about 10 to 20 views each. It's more me talking to myself. One thing I have noticed recently is that my views have gone up. Not substantially. I'm not going to ever make any money at this, but I've started to have some people. You can. It's funny whenever you pull up a YouTube or Facebook, you can tell what people read up on. Maybe we'll talk about that later on. But I noticed recently an uptick, and I'm trying to figure out what I've done or how it's grown. Kind of my goal was just to put content out and keep working on it till it got better. And maybe I got better at doing it, and maybe I found a niche. And when you first start doing videos like this, you think you're going to rewrite the book. Then you realize when you do a video on low sec ratting or directional scanning, that 50,000 other people have done that video, and probably at least 5,000 of them have done it better than you are. I don't mind talking about it, but I thought what I've noticed recently is just me talking fluidly about both Eve and just real world. So I'm going to try to continue to do that. If you like it, let me know. And that's why I'm kind of making this video. Any other time, I wouldn't have done that. I would have just waited until I got Eve back and was able to make some stuff. So, and just to show you here, this is something that you can do with YouTube. It's a studio where it has all of your accounts. And what I noticed here was I actually got like 68 views. I don't know where that came from on the last video, in the last day and a half. And if you look here, literally my views have gone up. I'm not gloating. I'm wondering what's going on. If you keep scrolling down here, notice I was down in the 20s, really around the 20s, and that's cool. That's all I really cared about. I mean, it's just trying to do stuff. So I really appreciate anybody who's new that's watching the videos. You probably stopped watching them now since I've been rambling on during this video. But I appreciate it. If there's anything that you would like me to do, please feel free to send it my way. I'd be happy to make a video about something. But there's all sorts of stuff within YouTube. If you ever want to make your own videos, it's kind of cool to do. The only reason I use the views and the subscriptions in the analytics is to try to see how I can do a better video, because I just enjoy it. If I wanted to make money off of making YouTube, I would not be doing Eve Online videos. And I would also have a really cute girl on the front of my screen every time. I've learned that one. And nothing against cute girls. But look at people who have cute girls on their videos, and then suddenly the upticks go. Or the videos that say, I'm quitting blah, blah, blah. Everybody wants to know why you're quitting something. But this is what I noticed here was I was always down in this area right here. And it's just gradually grown over the last month. So I really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Maybe just a bunch of people are sitting at home clicking. Maybe it's like 3 people are clicking on it 15 times a day. Thank you, 3 guys. But, okay, so back to what I was going to do. I thought this might be a little bit of fun for myself. For you, I'm not going to go through all of these. But if there are some sites here that are helpful to you that you've never heard of, bam, you can use them. All I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up. Let's go ahead and close these out. No more analytics. Let's open up a clear one. There we go. This is my Eve folder. We're going to move that down here. And then my Eve 2 folder that is empty. Now, the first thing I want to do, the most used place I go is my can I not create a add folder? Quick links, or things that I want to go to quickly. And as an example, the most used one that I have, and you've seen me use it 1,000 times, and everybody uses it, is Dotland. I want to be able to get to that as quickly as possible. No, I'm not going to drop it in my hotkey bar. Why do I need that on there? Bye-bye. Why do I need that on there? Bye-bye. I don't get on Discord anymore. Maybe soon. I'll make a Discord channel. Great video there. We'll put that over here in the inspiration. There we go. Okay, let's worry about Eve. So my quick links here. I know that I'm not even going to look at it. Dotland. Dotland's got to come over, and it's got to go into the quick. Don't fight me on this. Come on, Chrome. We all love you. Fine. I'm going to cheat. There we go. Now. Kidding me here? You guys, whoever's watching this is not going to watch this anymore because I don't know how to use Chrome. Is that... There's a plus. Did it move it? Did it move it? No. Did that work? Yes! Okay, we now figured it out. It's been a while. Alright, so we know that we want Dotland. We know we want zKillboard. So there, boom, zKillboard. Which one do I use more? I would have to say I used Dotland more. Quick links. Now these other ones, it's been a long time since I messed around with them. So let's take a look. Eve market data. Some of these sites might even be dead. I'm going to go through down through these. Let's give it... See, this one's not even coming. Now it could be where I'm at. The amazing internet connection that comes with my Holiday Inn farthest reaches of the planet. Okay, error 22, browser working, blah, blah, blah. So nothing there. I'll leave it there till the next time I get access. So that was that. Eve Web Tools. So this is my planetary interaction. I know I don't need this as a quick quick hitter. I remember this site. Okay, so EveTech webtools.com/PI tools. This actually was pretty cool if I remember correctly. It's really interactive. If you hover over it, like let's say I want to do aqueous liquids. Aqueous liquids, it gives you the list of what these will grow into. And then see the lines here? I can't pull off there. It will actually tell me what this item is used for. I've seen other sites, if I remember correctly, using this, but man, this one I really liked. I'm sure there's other sites that have it, but if you want to try this out, it's evewebtools.com/PI tools. Now, a little trick, EveTech Web Tools. I have no idea what's going to happen here. It's kind of fun. Ooh, so this guy has the web tools there. And it's amazing what other players have done out here. Ionis Project, Intel Parser. What's that? I don't know what these things are. English. I brought up the English translate. Okay, I don't know if Ionis Project. I'm not going to bother anymore. Okay, so that was Eve Web Tools and PI Tools. Pretty cool. I'll have to come back and look at that if you want to check it out. I'm not going to deep dive on these. I'm just going to say whether or not I remember using them, them being cool. If you have a site that's better than I pull up here, please let me know. But that one's pretty cool, so we are definitely going to hold on to that one. I'm just going to drop that into my Eve 2 area. I can make some folders later on. Unless there's something obvious that it would go into. Quick data, Triglavian activity maps. See, this is one I know I don't need. I was pulling this up earlier. This is whenever the Triglavians were taking over systems and they had not actually set up the triangle. It was when they were taking over things. And this was a great site that I was reading up on. I never actually used it. I've never actually done the Triglavian thing, but I love reading on things. And this guy here, he had actually mapped out and done some different things as far as which sites were being held. So that was pretty cool, but I don't need that. So I can keep that out. I may make this into an archive one. So let's go down here to tools. This should be helpful. Actually, before I do that, let's take care of these ones that are down below. Get all this cleaned up. So daily solve maps. So this is solve.space. Interesting. Oh, this was pretty cool. So this one, and I'm sure this is on other sites as well, but this is actually the sovereignty of the systems owned. So, of course, you've got the Goon Swarm Federation down here, and everybody else, fraternity up here, initiative right there. So it kind of gives you a good feel there of who owns what in nullsec. So that's kind of cool. I guess this is daily. Pretty cool. Factional warfare. Serenity influence map. Oh, wait, Serenity's the Chinese one. Okay. I was thinking, what is the Tranquility? No? Doesn't matter. So that's not a bad site. That is not a bad site. We will go ahead and move that over to Eve 2. Market hub stations in nullsec. I remember pulling this up and using it for a little bit. When I was living in the Great Wildlands, I think I used this site to try to figure out if there were any player-controlled stations out there that I could buy stuff at. So this is Atom for Eve.eu and a bunch of stuff there. So I bet you if you go there, and then it's the market hubs. So let's say I type in here Great Wildlands. There we go. I think this might be useful, but I can't remember how I used it before. Non-player metrics. Probably don't need Jita there. And how does that work? Is there a search bar here? Or an update set filters? Establishing secure connection. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So it did actually work. I put in the Great Wildlands, and then it pulled up here how much was being bought and sold in that area. So you can take this here. I wonder if you can click on these. I'm just going to click on it, see if it pulls up Dotland. I bet you it does. Now, I'm sure there's other sites that can do this, but it looks like it's got a lot of info here. So, profitability. Oh, okay. No idea. Like I said, I'm not going to go nuts with this. Obviously, I've got some internet connections, but this might be a fairly usable one. We will go ahead and move this over to Eve. There you go. Now, most of the Eve Uni sites you don't really need. Now, but this one, actually, I want to put some, like you can look them up anyway. But I'm horrible at remembering things. And I remember this combat site one, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to go ahead and close that. There we go. Pulls up the rankings of all of the combat sites. And while it's just informational, I think it's actually really helpful. So scroll down. Yes. So, and it goes in a couple different levels. First off, it's got which ones will show up in high sec, and then which ones will show up in low sec and null sec, and it gives you all the names and the rankings of them. Now, this normally means that one is tougher than another, but I've found that to sometimes not be the case. It depends on your fit, in my mind. Now, most of the time, a hub is going to be tougher than a port, and a port is going to be tougher than a rally point. But maybe not an Angel Forlorn, so you have to be a little bit careful. As an example, there's some of these sites that are lower, but they actually tackle you in the site. Um, so you want to be careful with that. But this is a great list of everything, all these different sites. Now, I do kind of find it funny because all these are the same name, except for the fact that they didn't have to go Angel, Grista, Serpentis. I don't think, maybe I'm wrong with this. They should have just had Sanctum Haven, Forlorn Faces, blah, 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 blah. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't have to put Blood Hideaway, Blood Hidden Hideaway. You know, they should have just done that. Not worried about it. Although, just looking at it, that's interesting. I didn't realize the yard was only in low sec. I swear that is in null sec. Maybe that's just a typo there. That's weird. I'm pretty sure I've seen yards out in null sec. But this is a great site that I know I use a lot, so I'm going to go ahead and put that over here in my new quick one. Cool. Okay. Mission reports, survival. That's the cheating site, if I remember correctly. If you want to know how to do a combat, a site itself, well, this isn't too bad. It'll actually, I think I remember liking this page. You can do a search in here to find specific missions, but at least this one will tell you what level 2 missions there are. So if you're trying to keep track if you've tried them all, I would use this. Like, I think if I'm not mistaken, you can click on this and it will tell you what happens in the mission. Let's just click on level 1. Yeah, it will actually tell you what happens in the mission. So that's fantastic for you guys who want that. For me, I just like knowing how many there are there so I can actually just tick them off. You know, like, oh, I did level 1 of this and level 1. I like to keep my own notes just as that discovery, that living within Eve. But I don't want to miss one. So this would be helpful for me, just knowing which ones there were, and some of them are level 1s and level 2s. So, so that's not a bad little site there. We're going to go ahead and move that over, but I'm going to remind myself not to click on any of those to know what happens. I'm not worried about dying. So missions right there. Okay. And then this one was not a bad YouTube video. It's an older video, but it was a video that a guy created of getting killed by flying 10 rifters. That old phrase, you don't want to fly anything that you can't lose. He took it to not an extreme, but he said, if you're afraid of losing your ship, if I remember correctly, if you're afraid of losing your ship or dying in Eve, what you need to do is just build 10 cheap ships and just fly them out to null sec or low sec and get killed. Now try to kill somebody, and that will get you over it. If I think so, I think that's what he did, and he kind of took that to extremes. Patron's choice. Where can you join a new player? Join as a new player in Eve. What is that one? Brah. I hate these videos. Just try. Do you guys get these? Hey, Anton. See how slow my internet is right now? All this stuff isn't coming up. So, where can I join the new player as a new player in Eve? So I must have looked at this a while back. Always want to push other people who are making videos. If I remember correctly, you can try to make some good videos. And so that, if you want to watch that, please feel free. I'm not going to carry that one over just because I think it's kind of moved on for me. The Eve Market Trading Tool. Real-time hauling. So let's find out. I think I know which one this is. Nope, there are a couple of different sites that do this. I think this one there's some of them that you get different prices. Let's say, how do you trade? I trade out of a single station, okay? The station I trade out of is, I don't know. Sure, that one. Suggestions, Cheetah, Omar. Choose your accounting level. Okay, this is beyond me. It might be helpful to you. At some point in the near future, I'm going to get more into market stuff because I'm going to start making a few things. So what I am going to do is add a folder, and I'm going to do market here. Good. And then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to take that, throw it in there, and then throw it down here into the market. That work? It did. Then we're going to move the market up here. Bingo. Later on, I'll take a look at these and put them into a folder. I'm actually kind of enjoying this. Make money while hauling. Level 4 cargo missions at Eve. So that is a wiki there. Oh, this is kind of cool. I might bring this up later on. So, toughest drive ever to get soda or food tonight. It was ridiculous. I should have my own video on it. I left the hotel. I got in here. I just want to get some sleep, get something to eat, make a video, play some Eve. Eve didn't work. Decided to go get some food. Drove down the street, past Carl's Jr. Didn't want Carl's Jr. So I tried to get on my phone to see if there was any food around. I'm not a big fan of Carl's Jr. Don't hate me, Carl's Jr. I just a big fan. I didn't want a burger, and so I decided to drive a little bit farther down the highway. Nothing there. I tried to pull up the stuff on my phone, my map, to see what other food was in the area, and this is way too long of a story. Long story short, I ended up getting Carl's Jr. because it took me 15 minutes driving around different areas, getting... One place I even went to pull into a parking spot, the last parking spot, and a guy pulled in front of me and took up both parking spots. And then I just started cackling with glee. So, but the other thing is coffee mugs. On my trip, I have 2 new coffee mugs. When I get back home, I'm going to start putting my coffee mugs. I'll collect them from places that I love and 2 great stores. I'll talk about that later on, so I'm happy about that. And I'm going to make some coffee here in a little bit, out of soda. And I was right about Carl's Jr. I didn't want to go there. Okay, so making money with hauling. Maybe that was my commercial. I don't know. Not a good commercial for Carl's. Making money and hauling, level 4 cargo missions. Find an agent. Raise your corporation's standing and required level. This isn't bad. Profit and rewards. You want to train. The average reward is 400k per level 4 mission. Time bonus. So this is high sec missions. Okay. I don't mind this too much. I'm going to add a folder. I'm going to do info. I'll change that later on, but that's what I will do. I will take and move that over to my information folder, and I will move my information folder there. That is just general basic information. Rifter Guide to Flying Solo PvP. How old is this one? Oh, this is... Oh, you know what? I remember this. This is a great page. I think it's well known as far as being one of the top instructional things, even though it is out of date. I remember reading this and learning a lot. So what this is Eve TAC files. You can just take a screenshot of it here, or do a look for Wensley's Rifter Guide version 2.0 in Google. If I remember, this is just a really... Oh my gosh, it is that old. When I used to play, there used to be an online Eve, like outside of Eve, you could transfer ISK into and play Texas Hold'em with your Eve ill-gotten gains. I'm sure it was not reputable, but it was sponsored by it, so that's how old this video is, or this information. So, Rifter Guide. I remember this being really well written. If there's one thing I can say, it gets into the capacitor and turrets and drones. Okay, wow, this is really, really good. You know my videos where I go in depth on different things. This is one of those. You definitely should just take a look at it, give it a read, not only for the information but the history of Eve. Things have changed since this was written, but you'll learn from hence they came. And I just closed that down. So there we go. Good. Definitely want to put that into my information spot. In Eve 2. Okay. There we go. Oh, that's what I was doing. Pip. Okay. And then didn't I put... Oh, I never put my Eve market into there. Is that right? So market. Eve market and market hub stations. Okay, I'll take that. I'm fine with that. I'll mess around with these later on. Maybe I'll put a maps one in here and all the stuff that's there. So I've got other ones here. I'm going to rattle them off to you. Some of them might be good. Some of them might not be. I can't remember what some of these are. There's Eve Overmind. Obviously, Discord was still out there when I used to use it. API Jackknife. I think I was using that when I was using my corporation to look over somebody before they joined the corporation. DScan tool for Eve. No idea what that is. I'll mess around with later. Got to keep some of this stuff for later. I remember the Alpha Guide, and it's www.thealphasguide.com/start. Great little page that a guy made up. Really well written. I'm not sure how up to date it is. It might be up to date. I think I was there the other day. NPC damage types. I love it. That one I am going to take over. And that is going to go into my quick bin. Why? Have you been out there and you see these guys in their contact info or their biography, they're putting the damage types in there? Well, if I remember correctly, I think this one just has it. So if you got a second screen, why are you even bothering putting that in your stuff? Yeah, that's good. And it's a lot more information. So please feel free to mess with that. Let's see here. Tools, Discord, DScan, don't know what those were. Planetary. See, there's another planetary interaction guide. How to find a corp that is right for you. Sure, whatever. News, New Eden Post. So that was the news organization I found. I'll probably make a folder for all of the sites. I never really read the one made by the Imperium. Maybe I might get into that soon. Bunch of tutorials here. Great one here. Oh, this one might be my favorite one. This is, I hope, yes. Look this up. Tracking and spiraling, 2 L's. This was made back in 2012. It's only got 96,000 hits. I remember watching this and thinking, this is awesome. This is a 10-year-old video. I think it's pretty cool. Take a look at it when you get a chance. I'm going to make a videos one too. So you got I do have a maps one. So you got Dotland, which I already have over there, and then I've got both the faction ones. Now you can obviously get to this on Dotland, so there's no real reason to have these. I remember when I was trying out the factional warfare, I liked this because it was quick for me to get to, and rather than relying on Dotland for, you know how like some regions have only part of it, this basically showed all of the Caldari versus Galente. Now these systems are in different areas, you see, but this is all, and you can tell who's winning the war and who's not. Okay, this has got to be running long. I'm sorry. I want to make a quick video. Oh, it's about 33 minutes. So, unfortunately, I couldn't do any gameplay today, but if you saw anything there, or if you have any good sites, that would be awesome. I'd love to take a look at them. I will try to, maybe I'll put a part in my videos that says, this is a great new video or a great new site, and I can promote those for other people. A lot of people put their time into these things, so please feel free to message me, let me know, and I'd definitely like to add those in. If any of these help you, please let me know, or if they don't help you, let me know if there's a better one. Alrighty, hope you guys have a great night. I am going to play some Skyrim and then watch a little TV and try to finally get some sleep. I'm going to sleep in tomorrow and then do some more traveling. Maybe tomorrow I have to go to another hotel. I'm going to go visit my brother. And I'm hoping at that one I can actually play some Eve. If not, I'm going to go find a Starbucks. I'm going to play some Eve at some point because I want to. Alrighty, you guys have a great night. Fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however that you want. And I hope you're having a good one. Bye-bye.